I went to this week-long therapy thing in my 20s before I got married. Rob did it and I did it. It was like just like self-help stuff, whatever. And the woman, one of the coaches, like, you think you're better than everybody, like, because you have this whole like family lineage. I'm like, I am better than everybody. And I never let it go. I was like, I am. Like
That's good.
It's in my blood.
We need to hold on to this as a Chinese girl because we are learning that we are not enough. You deep down you are better than everyone.
Yeah.
Like, you just try to be a high achiever, overachiever. But
so you were saying like I don't have an ego. I don't have an ego because I know better.
I love that. So
I think ego people
from insecurity.
Insecurity.
Yes.
I'm not insecure. I'm like, I know what I am. So like, I don't care. That's why I'll scrub your feet. It doesn't matter.
As long as there's the money.
Because it's money and I know better.
Yeah. Hi guys, welcome to Tiger MILF podcast. Oh my God. Today is very special. We have the beautiful, the smart, and the innovative. And she's also an amazing, brilliant businesswoman. And also she's a Chinese royalty. Let me tell you how and why. The real Chinese royalty. Are you ready for the very beautiful Crystal Kong Minkoff?
Hello.
Hi.
Wow, that was an introduction.
Isn't that great?
Wait, you're putting your feet up. Now I'm going to take off my shoes. Can I take my shoes?
Of course. I can't wear. Also, the Chinese, we don't care about the feet. Like, I'm like,
yeah, I felt weird like walking in shoes into your house anyway. Like, we don't wear shoes.
This is a peacock. Yeah.
Your socks are fabulous. I have mismatched socks because I
love that. You are a mom. It's okay.
Yeah, I just pick whatever I have. One's from Costco and one's Max's. Those are my socks.
I'm just putting my leg here.
See, one is Costco and one is Max's Puma socks.
I can't.
But they're both black, so whatever. Okay, good. I'm really into being comfortable, so.
That's good. We're sitting lotus like this. We can do this.
Well, we're MILFs. We're Tiger MILFs.
Yes, we are Tiger MILFs.
Yes.
I'm so happy I got to get you here. You just said something really funny. You were like, I don't give a fuck as long as I make money. You have no ego. I love that when you said the agent one is because Rob.
Yeah, so
Not because real Coco?
Well, no, because like, having a food brand is not like, you're not going to go with a talent agency, like that's a totally different thing. So when I got announced to do Housewives, like everyone called me and it's because of Rob, because they're like, because he got calls like, oh my God, is your wife really gonna be a housewife? He's been in the business for 40 years. And he's like, yeah. And they're like, oh, we'll represent her. And then I started like talking to every agency. It was weird, but I'm with UT. I love them. They were like we were talking about like who wants you the most. Actually, it was Rob's friend who he's known for 30 years. So I was like, well, I'll just go with my friend. And my publicist is my preschool mom friend. And my manager, I have a manager and agent. I'm like fully loaded. I only take home $7 for 100. Most are Jewish, but Rob's Jewish. So like,
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, of course.
I love that.
And my manager is actually like in the same office as one of my best friend's husbands who runs the management. So like, it's all family.
It's family.
It's all family. Everyone's family. Yeah, they all know me very well, that I just want money.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are just going to, if there's a thing for you to wear a Chinese outfit, do Chinese things, as long as they are paying all the money, you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I the same here. I'm like, I don't care.
I'll do anything.
Yeah, I'll do it. Just pay me.
Yeah,
I need money.
But I say no to a lot of things, which kills me, because I have to be like protective of the brand, whatever my brand is. So I'm like, oh, I can't do that. I actually said no to so much money to wear a bra. And now I totally regret it. Like, I'm stupid. I'm like, oh, I don't wear bras. I'm like very conservative. And now I'm like, I should have done it, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's my big lesson.
Yeah, the bra is going to come. The new bra deal is coming.
The bras, yeah.
Yeah, bra.
So please come back. You guys know who you are. I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do bra.
Yeah.
I'll do bikini. I'll do whatever.
You wear bra for free.
Look.
Yeah, see, like, I need to get back on this. Yeah, I was very sad because I saw someone else do the deal a week later. I watch. I'm like, oh. Made so much money. Oh,
I hate that. I hate that. It makes me very angry.
Very angry. So
yeah. Okay. So I'm doing a deal for like a little casino thing.
Oh, but
yeah, but like my mom was like, that's evil money. I'm like, no. Do you see the zeros behind it? She goes, oh, yeah, yeah, it's okay. It's like, yeah, it's okay. It's just.
That's a very Chinese mom thing. But my mom, like at first she was very protective, and now she's like, do it, everything, just do everything. She doesn't care. She's like, say yes to everything.
Yeah, I think that's Chinese mom. Like, you should be a doctor, a lawyer, and the moment, you don't do that, they hate you. But if you make more money, they love you. They don't care what you do.
Oh, yeah.
If you make more money,
yes. Good. And we can make more money than a doctor or lawyer.
I think because you have to go to work as a doctor. You have to go to work every day. For me, that's money. Yeah. Like, for me to be, I have to be somewhere every day. that's costing me a lot of stress, mental stress.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that kind of job.
I can't do it.
You know, I was pre-med.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to UC Irvine, and that was my whole path because I'm Chinese. That's what I thought I would do.
Yeah.
But it kind of, my senior year of college, when I was about to like apply and then do MCATs, I was like, I'm not that kind of Chinese girl. I don't think I can do this.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna go do yoga and learn culinary school.
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
gonna marry a rich, successful big director in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And that's my life.
Yeah. And it was a really good choice.
So you're a good cook.
Yes, I can cook.
Yeah, you were like a professionally trained to cook.
Yes, I went to culinary school like 26 years old for fun. I went to French culinary school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chinese, French.
Yes. Well, Chinese love French food.
Yeah. I mean, Vietnamese do too.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yes, exactly.
French.
So.
Yeah, I love
But
French.
I only went though because I just loved it. It was passion. It was never like I never thought I would work in food. Like I was like, didn't make sense for me because I also didn't want to stop enjoying it. Like once you go into that world, I think you don't love food anymore in my mind. You know, I don't know if that's true. But then now I'm like in it again and I love it.
Yeah, because as a rich housewife, you have to entertain your guests, and you being educated with culinary school, you can actually know how to abuse your chef. Be like, that is wrong.
That's right.
That's not how it tastes like.
That's right.
You know how to say it, just the
100%.
way it is. You don't sound like you just know have standard. You know?
Correct. And I also know how much these things cost, so don't screw me.
Don't fuck with me.
Yes.
I love that. That's when I opened my comedy club. I was the host. I cleaned the bathroom. I bought everything.
Yeah.
I did everything. So when people lie to me, like, oh, this is how much it cost. This is how much money it made. I'm like, no, honey,
Lies.
I did everything.
That's
I know
right.
exactly what's going on. You know?
Yeah, I do everything in my house. Like we had 140 people over the other day for an event.
140 people?
Yeah, 140.
What did you serve?
I did everything. I did frozen food. I made food, but I'm in the bathroom, like cleaning napkins. You know, I'm like, that's what I do. Like I know if someone charged me, they would so much money. So I'm like, I do my own thing.
Oh my God. I mean, how
people.
much money would be cost? Like 140 people?
Couple $1,000. Couple thousand.
Yeah.
And I serve food, bar, everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, it take a Chinese woman to do it though. I think your
Of
friend will freak.
course.
Like
No,
the
my
other
friends
house would be
cannot
like, they'll be dead. They'll be like, no.
Dead. They would spend like $30,000.
Mhm.
I spent like, I think 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like one dinner
Yeah.
at Spago.
Yeah, exactly.
On Saturday.
Yeah. But you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Chinese people know how to do it.
It
I
just,
was taught how to do things cheaply and efficiently and like make it look nice with that. But that's my whole thing.
did you tell, like, did Rob come when you say $3 grand? 140 people? Did he come?
He was just like, are you sure this is enough? He always panics because he wants more. You
Oh,
know?
he's Jewish. Saying
Yeah,
they are neurotic. They panic.
Yes, he's like, he wants it to look fancy. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot cheap out on these people. And I'm like, I'm not going to cheap out, Rob. I'm going to make it look nice. I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm not going to embarrass us. But like, just trust me, you know.
Embarrassing is such a Chinese thing to do. Like, 不要丢人.
Yeah,
不要丢脸. 不要丢脸.
exactly. Yeah.
不能丢脸.
Exactly.
I'm not going to lose your face on
So
this.
Rob is like very Chinese that way. You know, he's like, that represents us. I'm like, I'm not going to make it look bad. And of course, it looked great. It's fine, you know. But yeah, like I've learned how to do it.
Where'd you get the flowers? In downtown? Did you send some?
Okay,
send
you'll really
someone?
like this. So I hosted a different event 2 days prior, which was a brand dinner I did. And then I booked this event so I could use the flowers.
Oh my God, you are so nasty. I
Yeah.
love it. I'm learning. I'm taking notes. Oh my God.
So you have to, like you kind of plan around. So I already had all the bar stuff out, the glassware, whatever. And then I had the rental company, I needed like 100 chairs. So I had them bring it like the Tuesday before. I put it in the side yard. So I only had one delivery.
I love that one delivery.
Yeah.
More
and then I
freedom.
had the dinner party stuff moved to the side yard. And then they all picked up same day. So like only one delivery for 2 events. See?
一石二鸟.
What does that mean?
You're killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
How do you say it?
一石二鸟. 一 means 1.
Yeah,
石 means stone.
I just
二
never
means
heard it like in
2.
Chinese.
鸟 means birds. It's actually Chinese.
I didn't know that.
It's yeah, all the wisdom is from China.
I grew up in America. I
But you are the 76 descendants of Confucius.
I am.
Isn't that amazing? To know you have that blood in you. Do you think you just feel better? You're better than other people? You're like, I'm better than you.
I do think I'm better than people.
I think so. It's just
Yeah.
what's in your
Yes.
DNA. You
And
think
it's so
you're
funny.
better.
I went to this, I've always grew up knowing that, right? That I was a descendant of Confucius. And my dad had, you know, like on his bedside, a picture of like his parents, who of course, I'd never met, you know, because of the war. My dad was in his 50s when he had me. And then there was a picture of Confucius. So we always grew up. And I went to this week-long therapy thing in my 20s before I got married. Rob did it and I did it. It was like, just like self-help stuff, whatever. And the woman, one of the coaches, like, you think you're better than everybody. Like, because you have this whole like family lineage. I'm like, I am better than everybody. And I never let it go. I was like, I am. Like,
that's good.
It's in my blood.
We need to hold on to this as a Chinese girl because we are learning that we are not enough, You deep down, you are better than everyone.
Yeah.
Like, you just try to be a high achiever, overachiever. But
so you were saying like, I don't have an ego. I don't have an ego because I know better.
I love that. So
I think ego people.
From insecurity.
Insecurity.
Yes.
I'm not insecure. I'm like, I know what I am. So like, I don't care. That's why I'll scrub your feet. It doesn't matter.
As long as there's the money.
Because it's money and I know I'm better.
Yeah, I love that. I have this confidence that I am extremely confident. I think I'm the best in the world. And then I have this extremely insecurity part of me that I feel so insecure. But like overall, I would always make decisions, bigger ones. Little ones, dumb, just like dumb decisions. Like bigger ones, I always like coming to America, I knew I can do it.
Right.
Nobody came to America in my city. I'm the first person.
What city?
Girl. You wouldn't know. Henan.
Okay.
Henan province is the biggest province. That's the center of China, Zhongyuan. But it is the biggest one, also the poorest one. So it's not Beijing or Shanghai. It's right below Beijing, but we have like 100 million people. No, more than that. Like we just have majority of Chinese population and people are poor.
Right.
And we have bad reputation.
So you really had to get out.
Yeah, I want to get out, and nobody is coming out, and nobody ever did it. I knew I can do it. I was only 17. I knew I can do it. I didn't care. I'm insecure. I think I'm ugly. I don't think I was pretty.
You do?
When I was a little girl,
You're so cute.
I know.
And you have very sexy photos.
I think now I do look better than I used to. I mean, I just growing into this.
You're growing into like.
I remember when I was 16, I read this really cute long novel about this ugly girl who just like. Being ugly her whole life, and some event happened. She just woke up, become a pretty girl. Like she just became pretty. She was ugly, like she has Chinese beauty standard, dark skin. She has big lips. Whatever it is, and then small eyes. And then she just woke up one day. She become beautiful, and then her life changed. I mean, I never thought it would happen to me, but it's somehow like because of the beauty standard and how I learned to love myself. Allow me to understand that I am physically beautiful. I never thought that was one thing I have.
Do you think it's being in the States?
It helps a lot because
I think that's what it is.
People actually tell you are beautiful, which is insane.
Right.
I wasn't pretty when I came to America because I was very skinny. My just came in and I was slouching because I was embarrassed about my body.
Yeah.
And I have acne.
That's why I have bad posture.
Yeah, my mom slapped me now when she see me. She's like, "You're already short. You can't afford to be slouching."
Really, people don't understand Chinese moms.
Yeah, she slapped me. She's like, "You're already short. You can't afford."
My mom would slap my brother, but she flicked my head. Anytime I like move my forehead like to get wrinkles, she'd flick my forehead.
Yeah.
And so like I've never done Botox or anything. Yeah. I've never touched it because I'm a motive person, but I don't move my face to get wrinkles.
Yeah, you're that inside by your mom's training. So you are like, you're never gonna age.
Well, she really taught me that. But
I love that.
The beauty standard is interesting. Like because I was born and raised in the States, but also in sort of a bubble of like a Chinese family. Like we always were in Monterey Park and like, I grew up pretty Chinese, but like I always felt like an outsider, like so ugly. And I was always told I was ugly. It's just ugly. Like Chinese people,
Chinese, I know. I saw the American, like, Chinese.
I know, you're so American now.
Your Chinese mom, parents.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. You're fat, you're ugly, you're this and this and blah, blah, blah. And then when you get older and then you're like outside of that and then you go to like non-Chinese people, you're suddenly beautiful. Mm-hmm. Like all the features that they shamed you about, they love. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I wish I had your lips. I'm like, oh, I've always, like, I swear to God, every morning I'd wake up after eating Chinese food, it's like so salty. My lips are so big. I was so embarrassed.
Me too.
And then my American friends like, oh, I wish I had your lips. Oh, and then they make their eye shape. They want almonds. Fox eyes. Yeah. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like I try to make them bigger. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting. Like the insecurity thing, I'm not an insecure person in general, but my looks, I am all the time. I've always felt ugly. So I understand.
Oh, for sure. I imagine there's no American friend telling me I'm not ugly. Like everything is, you're ugly, you should be smart. so you can control your life. So I was trying to be good at school, but when I went to America, I didn't have the confidence. So even though I wasn't ugly in America, but I act like an ugly girl. I was slouching. I have acne on my forehead, and I don't have a lot of friends. And I was actually shy when I was just got into America. I had no friends. I was shy. I was just like hiding in the corner studying.
Yeah.
I had this friend that she's a model, and she wanted me to do her makeup. I'm a painter, so she needed a butterfly thing. I can paint it for you, and I did it. And then she goes, "You should model." I said, "What?" She said, "You should do it with me."
Is she white?
She's white.
Okay.
I said, "What?" She goes, "There's a photo shoot with Harley Davidson. I think I sent you their photo. I sent them your photo or a selfie. They think you're pretty." I'm like, "No, I can't do that. I'm working at the Miyako restaurant, the Japanese restaurant. I'm a server, right? I have to go to work. I have to pay my bill."
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh, it pays $500. I'm like, I'll quit my job.
Yeah,
so I just went there, and
that's like your weekly pay. Yeah.
Not weekly. I would say like 2 weeks.
It's crazy.
I make like probably like because I wasn't legal to work, so they basically pay me like nothing.
Yeah.
They just pay me food and gas and like $5 per hour.
And then you get $500 to be a model.
I stood there one photo. I never look back. I'm like, what the should I do? Let's learn how to do the makeup thing.
Right.
I just like I start wearing contact lenses. I'm like, okay.
Bigger. Yeah.
Oh, hello. Now I'm like, I'm that girl who was the ugly girl. She woke up one day from
and
this.
Now you're pretty.
Dyslexic Kentucky girl who was in America's Next Top Model.
Right.
She was the girl. She thought I was pretty. Anyway, it's insane.
That's crazy.
I just become. Then I just start like do my hair.
But it just shows you that like you just have to tell yourself.
Yeah.
Like you woke up, you're like, okay, I'm this person now.
Also, money showed me though.
The money, of course.
Yeah. Chinese girl. Wait. I'm like, nobody pays money for ugly.
No.
Anyway, I saw the money. I'm like,
you're like thinking about like,
hard cash.
Money. It's the best.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize. Okay, so I've been with Rob for 21 years, but he does like normal, like he directs, he gets paid. Like, I didn't know all the like ancillary side things that like all these kind of like influencers and celebrities make until I did Housewives. Mm-hmm. And so suddenly I'm getting calls of like, oh, do you want to do this post or whatever for this? I'm like, how much money? Like, that's like a month's salary for people. Like they just pay you whatever. I know there was an event last night that my friend, my publicist, had to go to, and she goes like, "Oh, you know this girl? She's on a reality show. They paid her $100,000
for what?
To go to the party, to take a picture." I was like, "What? Like where? Like that's all I can think about."
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, that's what I want. It's like my dream. Like I will go to any opening. Like you pay me $1, I'll go.
Yeah,
like people make so much money for odd things, and I think that's been sort of my biggest like lesson in this all, because I just like making money. And
me too.
I'll make it any way, but there's easier ways to do it and harder ways to do it. Yeah. So like you choosing like I'm a pretty girl, that's the way to go. It's much easier.
Yeah. I mean like I don't care. The event want me to go and pay me like $100K, it's like easy. For a cause like animal abuse, like am I for it or against it? I don't really care. Like should I abuse them or be nice to them? Just pay me the money. I'll do whatever you want. Stop a dog, I can do it. They are so spoiled in America. It's insane. Well, the dogs in China are so much smarter.
Yes.
Because they have to learn how to survive. They have to hunt for food.
Right.
They are real dogs. America, oh my God, the dogs are just dumb.
Well, I think that's why society in America is really, this generation is going to destroy.
Yeah. I mean, the guy the shot the United Healthcare.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you went to Ivy League school, like do something smart. Like you're gonna go to McDonald's. Like why?
I know. As your last
I'm so
moment,
embarrassed.
And now you're in jail forever. What a waste.
Hash brown in his hand.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah, that was a bad moment.
So is that like? That means just don't go to Ivy League school. They're not worth it anymore. See, I still want my kids to go.
Oh, they had to go. I mean, yeah, I didn't go there, so that's why they had to go.
That's
like,
right.
I made you. Like I push you out of my.
That's right.
You are gonna go to Ivy League school. That's what you do.
Yeah, and
there's no other choice. There's no other choice. I'll buy. I'll do whatever it takes for them to get there. Yeah, just same. For me. It's for me. It's not really. I don't care what they think.
That's right. Because you want to.
It's about
my
my friends. Like my son went to Harvard.
Yes, of course.
Winston went to Princeton. Like that's what he did. Margot went to Yale. I don't know where she goes, but it has to be somewhere. It's same. I have to when I'm sitting at the like a high tea.
Yeah.
at the plaza.
That's all that matters.
in my nice
You're willing to
outfit.
spend $1 million just so you can just have that little flex,
Yeah.
that little moment.
Yeah,
I know, I'm the same way. I love, like,
yeah, I need to. Like, that's, you know.
yeah, that's a Chinese way. People don't really understand how
We're like a low-key
intense.
flex, though. We're like we're like, yes, his father left, but he's going to Harvard. You know, not like, oh, he's perfect. You know, we do something like,
Despite
despite.
that the father's not here,
Yeah,
he's still made to Harvard. you
Yeah.
know? He just can't
Resilience.
stop. He can't stop from working hard.
yeah, it's resilience.
It's just who
it's
he
a
is.
beautiful Chinese.
That's
boy.
right. That's right.
It's our culture.
That's right.
It's Confucius
That's right.
in him.
That's right.
Yes,
It's the
because
blend.
his auntie is a descendant of Confucius. I love that. It's like it's worth everything. It's like just
Yeah.
It's also in China. It's a big brag.
Of course.
Mainland China, like, oh my God, you
Of
go to
course.
Harvard,
All
you
my
can do
mom's
anything.
friends' kids who go to Harvard. It's like, and then we're like the stupid Americans. Like that's the thing which is so funny with my mom. She's like, oh, I made it. I got out to the U.S. before all my friends. And then of course after she leaves, she has like a nice life. She married my dad as a doctor. My dad was the best person. But like, oh, we have these like American kids or whatever. And then she's like, I left all my friends in China, and of course China was like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the friends send their kids to like Harvard, and I go to UC school. It's like it's fine, but like not compared to Harvard and Yale, and they all have like $100 billion because they own like steel.
I know.
It's totally like my mom's like, "What happened? How did this all happen?" I'm like, "It's okay."
But my daughter is famous.
She likes that. That's a flex for her, for sure.
It's really funny. I just feel like the Chinese moms, they just, I feel like they are so tough with us is because they had it so hard. They want us to be perfect in every way, so we don't get people to look down on us.
Yes.
I think the worst thing for a Chinese person is like a kabuchi, like people look down on you. It's like the worst thing.
I feel that way about my family too. I feel that way about my kids. I feel that my brother, my parents. Like that was fully instilled in me. Like I'm there, and in America, it's called people pleasing, right? They don't get that. They're like, you're just people pleaser. I'm like, it's beyond people pleasing.
No, it's
not
way
like
beyond that.
it's way beyond that. They don't understand the depths of it. Is that it's literally like honoring my family in a way that they'll just never understand, like how important it is to me, how hard I work to make sure that everyone looks good all the time, because I don't want anyone to ever look down on us.
Yeah, I felt that way. That's why I work so hard. I'm a workaholic, not because like I'm sick. It's just I have to work so hard so I can be the comedian that the kids are proud of.
Yeah.
Like she's great. My mother's great. She's always funny. Or like they can they can have the things I never had and get the respect. Like like I would pay extra for them to take Chinese classes.
Yeah.
Because and my daughter said she saw other girls doing the dancing class. She won't do it. I want to be able to afford it. You know, I want her to get whatever she wants because I'm always. I said, Mom, I want her to do singing. She's like, you can't sing. You're wasting my money. You can't. Like, even though she can't dance, shit. She's not good. But she's gonna go
She'll
and
get
learn.
better.
She can get better. And I just want to give them everything
yes.
I never had. Just say yes. Okay, good. You want to learn? Good. We always have money for learning, education.
Right.
I remember I was asking Dr. Drew. I said, I want you to write a letter for my son to get into poly. And he's like, well, it's expensive. I'm like, do I look like I care? I work on Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay for that. I don't care about the money.
Because it's you feel so like almost shameful if your family, your kids have to say no to something.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I just for education, I want them to get whatever the best of everything.
Yes.
Yes, we are overpaying for private school, but I don't care. It's private school. They get different.
Yes. Well, here's the thing.
Different.
I went to private school.
Yes.
So, but my parents, my dad was an oral surgeon. My mom was stay at home, and it's like they just made it. And it was a lot cheaper then, but they just could afford it. So like, I remember thinking, because Rob went to public school, he's not from LA, and he's like, I don't understand. I'm like, I have more than my parents did. I can't send my kids lower.
No.
I can't do that. Like, that is so not, he's like, I don't get it. Who cares? Because he doesn't.
Lion King cares. Simba cares.
That's but he is so confident in our world. He doesn't care. He's like, that doesn't give me status. Like my career gives me status. My family, I'm like, It's because you're not Chinese. Like,
Yeah,
you don't
you don't understand Chinese. Like I'm being generous doesn't mean I'm stupid. I just want to be generous because that's how my family is.
That's right.
When
Generosity is status.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm so generous. And people in America, some people, the dumb people, they think I'm dumb. They steal from me. I'm like, I can see, my eyes are small, but I know you are stealing.
Yeah.
I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you are generous with people, there's two things are gonna happen. One thing, they stay in your life as your friend, and they can feel how much you actually love them by actually giving, because money is hard to make.
That's right.
Time is hard to make. I don't have time. I don't have money. If I give it to you, means I love you.
Yes.
But if I also weed out all the bad people because they would take advantage from you. You know they are bad. You just cut them out. Like, okay, don't steal from me. I'm not dumb. I would never change. I got over and over by people who think I'm dumb.
Like what?
Like, in comedy and in business, people just like a lot of actors, comedians wannabe, and they pretend to be my friend, and I'll be generous, help them, and they end up just stabbing me in the back and stealing contacts without, also sabotaging my friendship over without me knowing it, approaching my connections using my name without my approval, and my friend had to do a favor because of me, but they don't want to, but they had to do it anyway, and then they come back to be like, oh, I had to do this and put this person on the show and give this person this podcast. I'm like, huh? I never talked to you about
That's the dark side of the business.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's similar in all businesses. It's just Hollywood in general is
filled with narcissists.
It's really bad.
Yeah, because people wanted to be famous. They are narcissists. They left Kentucky to be here.
Right.
Think they are better, without actually investing in the time and energy and money
People don't
to
work
be
hard
a good
anymore.
artist. No, they don't. They just think I can just be famous if I just post a viral video.
Yeah. And they don't realize how short-lived it is.
It's so short-lived.
But hopefully it just weeds them out.
I love that. And in comedy the same way, you have those beautiful models wanted to be a comedian. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You are taking our man. Like, you're getting everything. You're taking a photo making 10 grand. Like, you don't get to be funny too. And they get serious. And they're like, audience. I'm like,
why do they want to get into comedy?
They just think funny is sexy because funny is the new sexy. They just think I can do all of it.
But funny is the hardest of all. I guess I think of it in terms of acting and like Robbo says that comedy shows is the hardest to do. You have to be really on point.
You can't fabricate laughter.
No, you cannot. Yeah. So whatever, let them look a fool.
I love that. I have a lot of girls who would want me to advise them. I love mentoring younger girls or people who are new in comedy, and I have those semi-famous girls. They just be like, "Ow, I don't do open mic. I'm a celebrity. I don't do open mic." I'm like, "You can't be funny without doing open mic.
Right?
I can't do that. It's embarrassing." I'm like, the thing about it is that you have to eat shit first before you get served pearls and diamonds on a platter.
Yeah.
You don't get to play the theaters and without they don't want. I don't want standing in line. I don't.
What was the worst show you've ever had? That you really ate?
Oh my God! I mean, the first open mic was hell.
Oh really?
I knew I don't know why. It's me and comedy is a very toxic relationship. It's this toxic guy who gave me everything, making me very high. Maybe the sex is amazing, everything's great, but treat me like.
But what part of it treats you like?
It just it humbles you every time. It doesn't pamper you. Comedy does not pamper anyone. It's just basically you get naked and let me tell you what's wrong with you from inside out, from how ugly you look, how short and fat you are, but also deep down you are not a good person. It's just because comedy you have to rip your heart out. You have to for the depths of connection because you can see when David Chappelle, he just sitting there, just literally doing nothing, and he's funny as hell. But then you have someone doing the similar stuff. It's just unbearable. It's because when somebody is truly authentic, they are not afraid of ripping their heart out to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's what people relate to. But most people, they wanted to show the facade of, I'm perfect, I'm great.
Right. I'm just going to make you laugh.
I'm going to make you laugh.
So
I'm better off. I'm better than you. I'm going to make you laugh because my life is perfect.
But it must keeps bringing you back when you see how the joy it brings people.
Oh, it's the drug. I can't get over. That's when I'm on stage, I feel the safest. I am so safe.
Right.
I'm loved and I'm valued and all of the trauma and the pain I went through, they become something I can own them. I'm proud of them because talking about my attempt, it's hard, it's bad. But the thing is that I can talk about it and make it funny, and the because Asian American community, we don't talk about mental health,
Never.
mental illness struggle, and I felt that I can make everyone laugh listening to it. So I feel like when somebody admit that they have problems, they don't feel alone. They're like, oh, she looks great. This woman don't give a fuck.
Right.
She's confident, but she went through the same struggle as me.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's just that I am not weak.
Right.
Because we cannot be weak as a Chinese girl. Weak is like the most disgusting.
Worst.
It's as bad as, it's worse than being fat. Because being fat, you can starve yourself. Being weak is like, oh, you're weak.
Yes.
Like that.
You can't become strong if you're weak.
Yeah, weak is weak.
Yeah.
So it really makes me feel proud. I'm never proud of myself, but when I make people laugh, talking about the dark, important matters, it makes me feel proud that I can actually.
Well, you make me laugh. I watch your Instagram, and then whenever you open and like talk to like someone in the audience and you make fun of them, I love it.
I love
that. Makes me really laugh.
Thank you.
You like insult people. It's so funny.
It's very cute for a Chinese girl to do that.
Yes, I love
we are
it.
learned to be obedient and always please people.
Yes, because I have always been kind of the loud center of attention girl, and not like, oh, I guess I liked center of attention in that way, but always funny, sarcastic, and but it was like I was the only Asian person in the room, so it also was almost like I wasn't that comfortable, even though it's just who I am. So it's like fun to watch you because I'm like, oh yeah, like you're doing how I'm constantly sarcastic, but if I'm sarcastic, a lot of the audience reads it like I'm being mean or like I'm being serious. I'm like, no, I'm not. I can be funny. I can be funny too sometimes. Like I can make jokes.
I think it's just the racism of what they think for Asian girls should be. Because we actually have girls like us. We're just not allowed to be on stage because we should shh. Right. People shush us. In China, this is unheard of. I did a Cosmopolitan. They were like, we can Photoshop and make you look pretty. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, make you look wider and skinnier. I'm like, I want the dark girls to look.
They said that?
Yeah, and they in a nice way. They're like, I really would spend extra time to make you look better. I'm like, I want the girls with big lips to look like this to actually feel, oh, I can be on the magazines too, rather than like, oh, she's also a bleached. You know, I'm not angry.
But I would say, like, when I was on the show, like, anytime I spoke up, they would like shut me down. Like, why are you talking?
Yeah, when you're just as an Asian girl, you're expressing a normal feeling, people like us, but they don't see girls like us. No. They just think we are being angry or we are trying to make a scene, right? I'm just expressing myself.
Exactly. But they expect us to be quiet.
They do. And that's why it's so important though for you to represent us on the Housewives. Especially, you know, how you always speak up. I don't know how hard you have to fight to be so authentic on the show. It must be like a war.
It was war.
It is so stressful too.
It was so stressful. I really always kept going back and forth. Like, is this really right for me? Because half of me was like, I need to be here for representation. I want, you know, but then at the same time, the situations they put you in, it's like, is this the right representation? To be fighting all the time. And what I just kept refusing, but then there's a lot of pressure, you know, you're getting paid to be on the show. Like, this is your job. And I'm like, well, I want to be myself and I want to show that we're not a monolith, you know, that we are different and this is who I am as a person. But there is a pressure of like, I'm representing everyone. And I wanted to make sure I could represent you and I could represent her. And I'm, you know, like, but you can't, like and that's the thing about, because there's only so few of us. So now one has to represent a million, but like they get to represent that singular character that connects with them because they're all the same. And it was super hard for me, the whole experience.
But I think, do you feel like your Confucius wisdom kind of short circuits them? Like you just like take a different road they don't expect.
Yeah, so they would like sometimes when they were nice, like, okay, you're obviously very smart, and then but majority would be like, you think you're better than us, you think you're smarter than us.
Like, I do.
I know, and then finally at the end,
wink.
I said I do.
I love that.
I was like, I just started like, yeah, I am.
He's like, come on, my pussy's so much tighter. It's also sideways.
It is.
Yeah.
So yeah, like at some point you're like, okay, well, if you guys don't understand my language, I'm from Los Angeles. I'm not speaking Chinese to you, I'm speaking English. And you don't understand, it's because, you know, your grammar is not good, your vocabulary is not good. I don't know what to tell you. And so I would always define words and they're like, we're not stupid. I'm like, well, if I have to define it for you, maybe you are. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. That. And then they're like, oh, she thinks she's better. And, you know, like cold ice queen, the whole thing. I'm like, oh, it's just stupid. I can't. You become friends with people on your level.
Yeah. You can't communicate with you who's not in your level.
Yeah.
It's always arguments.
Always.
Always arguments. They're not growth minded.
Yeah.
You know? They don't want to grow. They want you to drag you down to their level, or they just gonna hate you.
Totally.
Yeah. Hate is good. I like it. A lot of hate. Algorithm is good.
I like it
accept
better now. I used to
it's
despise
hard.
it.
At the beginning, it's very hard.
So hard.
Because we take everything personal.
Yes.
We're like, how do I change
Yes.
myself to be better so I don't get all the hate? And then you're like, oh, they hate me because I'm better.
Yeah. Now I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I love the people, like, I was on Fox News. They were like, she's on Fox. She's disgusting. And then I'll have people fighting over it. I'm like, keep fighting.
Right. Just keep talking about it.
I love that.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, talk about me. Yeah, tell me how much you hate me. Yeah, I love that. People hate me so much in comedy too. I understand why.
Yeah, I'm sure people.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's very competitive.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Right?
Yeah, especially when you don't speak English, it's like really hard.
Yeah. Is there competition amongst men and women?
It's
or
actually
just
it's just between you and I as sisters.
Yeah.
It broke my heart that sometimes that the most hate I get from, I mean, I had another club in Pasadena, and my job, when I got those clubs, the most important thing I did is Asian male lead and Asian female lead show, which we have pure full lineup Asian shows every week. Every week, people are like, you can't sell. Well, we need one Asian one. I'm like, no, I don't give a f. I own the place. I'm paying it anyway. And it sells out every time because there is demand. And the reason people think Asians not funny is because we don't have the same amount of stage time to be on stage.
Right.
You don't practice, you don't get funny. It's not about we are not funny. But what the hate I got from is from those girls I used to help who happen to be Asian, happen to be Chinese, happen to be a girl who I happen to book them on the show. And somehow I've been getting feedbacks from them talking shit about me, one or two. Like, I don't believe it. I just feel like this is my sisters. Like, this is not, no. And then it got back to my manager, got back to like people I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Then I have to like, really like, it's like almost like it's like losing a friend.
Right.
That's how I feel. I don't feel like, oh, you're uglier than me, you're unfunny. I mean, I don't feel that way. I'm like, wow, I felt betrayed. Betrayal is what really hurt me. I can't handle betrayal. It just gets me.
I get
you
that.
betray me.
I see that when I was, especially my first year, I got so much like racial hate, just like crazy. But seeing like other Asian women, or like, she doesn't represent me, and I was like, how do you not?
That's what hurt you the most.
Yes, the most.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to represent everybody, but it's also like not fair to me, but I want to positively, but like at the same time, you and I don't grow up the same way. I don't grow like, it's impossible, but I'm just doing whatever with what I have, right? Mm-hmm. And so getting those negative stuff from, other Asian women was so bad. I'm like, you gotta support each other no matter what.
No really
matter what.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry right now. I really get it. It's like I'm here for us, Right. And also like for you, it's like you are Chinese American, but you grew up in Los Angeles. You are American as American girl can get.
Yes.
And I feel like I have a lot of hate from Chinese, mainland China people, or like traditional Asian people from Asia. They just like, she does not represent the Asian woman. She's loud, obnoxious, she's disgusting, she's dirty. Asian women are more like elegant, not like her. I have Asian girls, Asian men too, hating on me. Not all of them, but like when that really hurt me, then I realized, I'm like, you know what? I don't have to speak Asian. I'm a Chinese woman with a Chinese accent.
Right.
I have my point of view that is universal, but because how I look, I'm always going to be representing us. Mm-hmm. I think that's what you are on the show.
Right.
You have yellow skin. Yeah. You're gonna be representing Asian women.
Right. But, no matter what I say.
You have to be always eating a rice and holding boba dog, like be Asian. No, it just I definitely.
But we're the
more.
perpetual foreigners, right? Mm-hmm. That no matter unlike any other race, we just by looking at us, people think we're foreigners.
Oh yeah, for sure. It always like that way.
Yes, we look less American than anybody.
Yeah, look at Anna May Wong. Like she can't play a Chinese woman.
Right.
The Good Earth. I think the German actress have her eyes taped with yellow face, won an Oscar to play a Chinese woman. The reason why she cannot play a Chinese woman for The Good Earth is because there's a scene, the Chinese woman and the Chinese husband, they are kissing, but the Chinese husband was played by a white guy. So legally, the law does not allow interracial romance happening on the movie. Like you can't have a black or a white person kissing a yellow, and so she can't kiss Chinese man because a white guy plays a Chinese man. So they have to have a white actress to put on yellow face to kiss the Chinese man.
Wow.
And this woman ended up winning an Oscar.
That's crazy.
That
I
she
did not
couldn't
know
do
that.
it. She started drinking a lot, and she died in a few months, I think, in her own apartment. Also, for her is that Anna May Wang, she want donated stuff for China's war effort against Japan. When she went back to China, they don't accept her, and her family only take money from her, but they don't talk to her because being an actress is like being a. Also, back then, there's no good roles for Asian girls.
Sure. I mean, it's all stereotypes. It's all low class. It makes you look low. And that was just, I get that in a modern day, that like I was so afraid that being on Housewives, I was going to be portrayed as low. And so I worked really hard to go opposite. That was scary.
As your Chinese sister, I understand why you say that, but I think people don't understand it when you say it. That's why how hard you have to fight.
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing because we are not allowed to be glamorous and sassy at the same time. When we are pretty, we have to be a huaping, like a vase. You stay there and be quiet. So you being how you look and who you are, and also you stand up for yourself. I think it's really loud for Asian women to be like, yeah, that's us.
Yeah, because we're very loud.
We are.
That's what people don't get.
No, they don't, because we are not like we don't have representation.
That's right.
We just don't.
We are ask Rob. We are the loudest, toughest, stand our ground. I mean, I'm very clear about my position and things.
I know. Like I am a tiger. Like I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family.
Yeah.
Yes, my husband and my son.
That's right.
My mom, and I take care of everyone. I take care of my grandparents.
Yeah.
It's just I don't care. Like I love money. That's why I make them, so I can spend them on the people I love.
Yes.
I don't make money to just hold it in my bank.
Correct.
I mean,
the same way.
That's why I'm still alive. I'm still young and beautiful. I can keep working.
That's right.
That's why you get flicked
girl.
on your forehead. You don't have wrinkles. You can be beautiful. I love that she just do that.
Yeah,
my mom does that sometimes too.
Like my brother smack his shoulders, and then she'd take her finger between her back to stand up straight. So I do that with my son now. I actually pull his hair like that.
Like a pineapple?
Yeah. Like this, like that. Yeah, I go like that.
My son was building a Lego car, and he was using one hand. I want to say that's gay, but I didn't do that.
That's so Chinese.
Because if I say that's gay, he's gonna be like, I want to be gay. So I can be gay. If it's gay, it's easy to get in Harvard, obviously. Whatever getting him Harvard, I don't care. You can suck a dick right now. And when you're 18, I'm like, Winston, suck dick. And getting Harvard, you're gay now.
I don't think that's gonna get him in there.
Yeah, that's hard because everybody's gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just use two hands. That's what the real man does. Real men use two hands when they do things because they are intentionally doing things. You use your hand.
But one hand, maybe he's just so brilliant. He doesn't need the other one.
I don't know. I don't
To build a Lego with one hand is brilliant.
I mean, he's not really pushing things in. So I wanted to be like a solid, I wanted to like a tense,
Leave him alone. I mean, that's my American side coming.
Yeah, American side. So funny. I have to also.
You have a lot of paperwork in there. You have a lot of questions
I'm asking questions because one thing I want to ask you is that you also did something that's really amazing. So you talked about your struggle with bulimia and the body dysmorphia. I mean about advocate for awareness of eating disorder. This is I think this happens to a lot of Asian women, but we don't talk about it.
No, we don't.
Because that's being weak and that's being like, oh, you're fat, you're lazy, and you want to talk about it being fat and lazy.
Well, what's interesting is when you Chinese people, every time you see them, you so
you look skinnier now.
You look a little fatter. Like it's very casual. So that part is open. That part is very public. But the struggle is the biggest secret.
Yeah.
That's the part that you can't talk about.
Yeah.
Is like, oh,你胖了. Like, okay, you have to just accept someone saying you got chubby, but there's no conversation after that. It's like, well, I'm suffering with my own mental illness. I have body dysmorphia. I'm actually throwing up food just to get skinny. Like, you can't talk about that. And I decided, the show, you can say whatever you want. You can don't say whatever you want. And I was in a position where I felt so uncomfortable in my body. And I was like, I just gonna say it. And I was like, I know if I say it, I can never, ever take it back.
No.
The world will know forever. My mom didn't even know. Like no one knew. And I just did it. And it was really scary and intense for me. But I was like, I'm not here to just be quiet. That's not my job. Yeah, and be perfect, even though I am.
Yeah, I know. I love that. We never talk about it. We just like, yeah, I'm disciplined. You know, that's who I am.
Yeah.
Rather than like I am gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go purging.
Yeah. But I never even said the word bulimia or throw up until like 3 years later. I still wasn't ready.
It's very difficult.
Yeah. I just said like, I have an eating disorder, and they're like, what do you do? They were like on me, and like, you know, there's different types. And I wasn't ready to say it, but I felt I got like literally hundreds of DMs a day. Just, I've never told a soul in 30 years I'm bulimic. I'm like, oh, like they can say it, I can say it. And then I just started saying the word. Because I think the word was actually almost too real for me. And like, I don't even know if I was ready to like.
It's too real.
It's too real.
Yeah, it's a lot for also like you. But I feel like the reward must be so much when you realize that how many girls told you that they felt so related to you and they felt seen.
Totally. And actually, you know, when the show airs, you get a lot of messages, so it's hard to keep up. Mm-hmm. But I was very committed to responding to anyone that shared their story, because I know at least half of them never told anybody. You don't tell people that. That's not gossip. But like now people are talking about like Ozempic and all these things. Like people are more open. They're saying I'm doing this, but that it's dirty. You don't talk about.
No.
And so for you to DM me with your exposed profile, I can see your name, I can see your face.
You feel safe with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna comment. I'm gonna send you. Like, where do I go? I would send hotlines, websites. I mean, I was like, I spent a lot of time on my phone just doing that because I never told anyone. My friends knew when I was growing up, though. They could tell I was in the bathroom. A couple of my friends would like chase me down, and like good friends, you know, to help me stop. But I just wasn't, it's just different time now. You know, I think it's a safer place to talk about it now. So
I think you made it safer for sure for Asian women. Definitely, you made it safer. You took a risk. It's a big risk. You know, because for us Asian girls to not be fat, it just existing. It's like you brush your teeth, you are doing the bare minimum. It's not like we have to feel bad for you, how much trouble you've been through. You have to look skinny. That's what you do, you know, and that's so toxic. Yeah, it's really toxic. That's why Asian moms don't say I love you. It's they have so much trauma inside of them. Like it's hard to process.
Well, probably the biggest reason why I was so scared to say it out loud. First of all, just in general, it's tough. It wasn't about me. It was about my mom. Like I did not want to embarrass her. And I knew that once I said it, I mean, we've barely talked about it. I think it's still weird for her because, as you said, like she's so happy, you know, they want to gush about your kids and be jealous. All the other Chinese moms be jealous. My kids are doing this. And then, you know, we're on this high, like Crystal married this director and now she's on the show, and then crash, like I say it out loud that I have an eating disorder. And like, that is very jarring for her and her friends. So I was like, my mom's going to really be upset. I just remember thinking like, she's really like, why would you say that out loud? You know, and it was tough on her.
Like, I think she just going to let it slide. She don't want to talk about it. But I think deep down one day she's going to be proud.
I think so.
She will be. Because the little girls will be like, I look perfect just the way I am. I don't need to suffer from try to look perfect for other people, because you're never perfect for, doesn't matter how amazing a bikini photo we post, there's someone's going to say something nasty about it.
Right.
Yeah, that's
what we've learned. People can be very nasty.
I want to ask about Real Coco.
Yes.
Because I'm a businesswoman, and I just think it's just amazing that as an Asian businesswoman, you founded this amazing brand.
Yes.
And I am very proud of you. All I want to know is that when are you sending me them to my house so I can have them for free?
Or I will have some shipped to you. Yeah, well, you know, I do it with my brother.
I know.
So Jeff and I co-founded it.
Yeah. I need them to be right here so I can drink it every day.
I love that.
And then promote for you.
I thank you.
And take it to my tour too.
Okay.
And give it to everyone. I know.
Yes.
I mean, you don't need the help, but I like the free stuff. So.
You know, I love free stuff. I love not paying for anything. So
yeah, I know.
I'm happy to
I love that.
Because then it'll be written off. I don't have to pay.
I already did
It'll be
something
written off.
crazy. You
The
know,
business will write it off.
yeah, I already did something crazy. I shipped a TV stand to his place, to the studio we are building in Austin.
Yeah.
He had no idea. I already did it because it's free. I got it. I'm like, oh, okay. You're listening to me? Okay,
That's
I'm
right.
taking it. I
Take
haven't even
everything.
told him yet.
Take everything.
Yeah, I don't
Because
care.
you never know when they don't offer it.
I know. You never know which day, you know, we wake up one day, you know, Asian woman with
That's
Asian.
right.
Weird. Either we're a Scooter or Yoda, you know?
Yeah.
One day you're like, oh, who is this?
Right.
Who's this?
100%. But yeah, no, it's been a long journey, this company, and it's all started.
Tell me, when did you start it?
Gosh, it started like 14 years ago in China.
Oh, wow.
And Jeff was living there. And so I only got really involved.
You know, him and I, we were neighbors in Beijing. I stayed in
Where?
丽思花园, in Shunyi.
Oh, really?
Our house was literally 2 minutes walk away.
So, you know, I just sold my house in Beijing. It was in Yanguang, Shandong.
Yanguang Shandong, yeah, I know that part.
Yeah.
But mine is at Shunli, 丽思花园.
That's so nice.
Garden.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he stayed in
Did you guys know each other then?
We don't know each other. We have mutual friends like Na Ying,
Oh, yeah.
the singer.
Yeah.
And
Of course. It's
Li
actually,
Xiang
China is huge, but
Yeah,
it's a
Li Xiang,
small
yeah.
world if you're,
for elite circle.
Yeah.
For the rich.
that's right.
I used to be rich.
Are you not rich anymore?
I'm still rich.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because you look rich.
Right, that's all that matters. I mean, I work. I make
Well, that's
money. They
right.
just I spend them, but I do. Make
It's hard to make money.
You just spend them so like you.
I never
spend-
appreciated how hard it was to be rich. Now I
my
work
mom
so
always
much.
say, make money is like eating is hard,
Right.
but you do it because you have to.
That's right.
It tastes like
Yeah.
the way you make money.
Yeah. Like, how are you going to eat? You have to
Exactly.
eat, but you have to eat like dumplings.
I love
costs money.
dumplings. Yeah.
That's my next thing.
dumplings.
I want to do dumplings.
I'm doing spicy sauce and some
You are-
frozen dumpling. I mean, my mom. I grew up in a restaurant. We sell
Oh, you
dumplings and dim
did?
sums. My whole life, I
Well,
grew up
why
in
are
a
we not
restaurant
talking about
in
doing
China.
together?
We should. Yeah,
No,
I can make
I'm
funny
like,
dumplings.
that's my-
Because my famous joke is dumpling lips. Remember,
yeah,
like, because
you're
big
cute.
lips, like my mom's like, your lip look like two big dumpling glued together.
Your
'Cause
lips
it's
look
big
like
and ugly.
dumplings.
And then, like, in America, it's sexy.
Yes.
So
very
that's
sexy.
what the joke that LeBron James loved. He was quoting that joke with me. I was like,
That's funny.
I'm like, oh my god. So I just thought like I should do some dumpling merch. Dumpling is even better.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, like
we should do it together.
I'm not kidding. We should talk
I
about
don't kid. I when I said I want to open a comedy club, next day I just find a place. I bought the website and I built it.
I've talked about this company for a little too long now. Just I already
Let's
have
do
all-
it.
Yeah, I have like imagery, everything.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
I like money,
Well, yeah, yeah.
and we have dumpling lips too.
Yes.
We should be like the dumpling lips
Like
people.
that's our little brand.
Yeah, to dumpling lips.
Okay, I'm very excited.
You don't need the Botox. You need the dumpling lips.
I need to eat our dumplings, and you'll never need Botox.
Yes, you know dumplings.
That's
That's how
right.
you get it. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I love business. I love,
Me too. It
and it's
turns
funny,
me
like
on.
yeah, and
Business
I
make me so.
but I didn't grow up like being taught to be a businesswoman. I grew up being taught to be a doctor. Like that was my path.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me many years to be comfortable like saying out loud, I want to be a business person. I was really kind of in a fog in my early 20s after I decided not to go to medical school because I was like, what am I supposed to do? And I literally was like, do I go to law school? I literally
There's
had,
no other option, doctor or lawyer. You know.
that's it.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's all I had.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll work in finance. I'll just go to like a financial institution and work that, I just didn't know. And then I was like, oh, like I could be an entrepreneur. It was actually Rob who was like, China was on the rise. We bought our place there and, Yanguang Shandong was like fifth ring road, dirt, nothing. And now it's like center of Beijing.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. And
Yeah.
also it's not far from the airport, not far from the
Yeah.
center. It's like everywhere.
the
Oh,
best.
I love that.
But at the time, they were just starting to build the big malls and like, it was just becoming very, very commercial. And Rob was like, why don't you like start, brand in China? And like, I'm like, well, I don't know, And so that whole era, I remember like, I just sort of dabbled into things and like, could I really have my own business? Could I do this? And then, so then I was like, okay, let's try this. It was really Jeff's concept to do Real Cocoa. I jumped in later. But he's like, you really know US market. You're really good at branding. You have a lot of connections and marketing. So yeah, we grew it to what it is and it's awesome. It's really fun.
Congratulations. It's
And I
amazing
still
to
talk to
also.
my brother, so that's good. It's not easy.
I mean, most Chinese family, the foundation is strong. Like we don't really fall apart.
No.
Like American, like I don't talk to my brother. Like how?
Yeah, if I don't touch my brother, it's like 2 days.
Yeah.
And we're like really pissed off, like really mad. But I'll scream at him. Like we go hard. And then we resolve.
Yeah, it's just a strong bond.
Yes.
In Chinese cultures, like you take care of your family. It doesn't matter what it is.
100%.
Unless they are a murderer. So you have to make sure you bribe the prisoner.
That's right.
To get them out.
For sure.
Yeah.
I would definitely pay to get him out.
Yeah, I would do whatever it takes.
Anything. Whatever.
To take care of my brother. Yeah. I mean, I paid his debt. You know, he was into little mobile gambling.
Right.
I was just like
full circle now.
I locked him up
casino
in my
deals.
room. I locked my brother in my apartment in China for a month to re-educate him because I had to spend so much money. I'm like, I'm gonna spend the money, but you're gonna be house arrest.
Right.
You're gonna stay in the
so
house.
You did it yourself.
You know, I brainwash you. So we had to. I wash him every day.
Right.
I sit there, be like, you know, be a real man. You know, don't be lazy. You know, be a real man. So I just like take him to places. He drive me around, just like. But he forgave me.
And how is he doing now?
So much better. He is working hard.
Yeah.
He's just a new man.
Right.
Yeah, he's weaker than me. He can't do it on his own. Okay. I know that. It's not me roasting him. It's just he's the weaker.
Right.
Yeah, I started studying scorpions when I was 7 years old. I went to the mountains. I have a group of fat boys. So they flip the rocks and we catch scorpions and put it in a jar and we sell to Eastern medicine. It's good for you. It's good for the heart. Just saying, I heard that it's good for the men's sex drive. So I mean, I've been a business.
Do they eat it?
You have to dry the scorpion and grind it in powders.
Okay.
For if somebody need some help.
Right.
You know, anyways. So I've been obsessed with business since I was a little girl.
Okay.
And I just always want to help my mom. She opened a restaurant. It wasn't doing well. I spent all night drawing a new logo with a kanji and the smoke coming out. And I said, if we have the logo on the bowl, we'll be very different from the other restaurant. She said, that's ugly, but thank you. But it was, she had somebody make it look better. And she put it's cute, but people start stealing our balls because it's cute.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But I love kanji.
Kanji, we have kanji restaurant. 皮蛋瘦肉粥.
Really?
Like it's a century-old egg.
Yes.
Like a lean meat.
Love.
My mom is the queen of 皮蛋瘦肉粥.
Oh my god.
We should also sell them too as like when they sell chicken soup. We have 皮蛋瘦肉粥.
I love it. I grew up our egg drawer in our refrigerator was just all 1,000-year-old egg.
Yeah.
Black everywhere.
I think he tried the southern egg for the first time. He didn't.
Did you like it?
Century-old eggs. He actually liked it. I'm very impressed. Because most Americans are like, so just like
they'll never touch it.
They'll never touch it.
Yeah, but I love
it. I'm just disgusting. It just tastes so good. It's just, I don't know. Preserved eggs.
Yes, delicious.
Eggs. That's why we're preserved. That's why we look young forever because we got preserved eggs inside of us. We're preserved.
Preserved, yeah.
Preservatives preserves you.
You see, it's all about longevity.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the secrets.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm holding on forever. I just can't stop talking to you. Oh my God. Okay, so.
What time is it? 11. Wow. How long have we been talking?
More than an hour. We can't help.
Oh my God, it feels like a half an hour.
No, because we like each other. That's a good sign.
Honestly, it feels like a half an hour.
Oh my God. Okay.
Whoa.
Well, tell us about your new podcast. Where can we find you?
Yes. So I started a new podcast with my friend Cynthia Bailey. She's housewife of Atlanta, and it's called Humble Brag. And I have been thinking about doing a podcast on my own for years. And then right when I was signing my contract, I was like, I really want to do it with someone. And even my agents were like, don't, you're going to split your money. I'm like, at the end of the day, zero, like 100% of $0.
That's what I say. 100% of zero is zero.
Yes, is zero.
That's what I say.
Sounds like I know I could carry one, but I didn't want to, I knew I would have more fun with a friend. Mm-hmm. And so I called Cynthia, she jumped on, and we launched a week later, and we were Apple Podcast Top 10.
Black and yellow?
Yeah, black and yellow?
Bumblebee.
By the way, that should be our theme song.
Yeah, black and yellow.
Black and yellow.
Bumblebee. You should bumblebees for you guys.
That's crazy.
It's cute little merch thing, bumblebees.
I love that.
Like a humble brag, humble bumble. Oh my God, Brandon Queen. Humble bumblebee. Humble bumble. So cute, like
so cute. But then they were going to steal our merch, like they stole your kanji.
I will figure something out. You're
okay,
Chinese. You know how to. I mean, you have a Jew, so you have to figure it out.
I do. Yeah, we're covered.
You got a Jew.
But it's so much fun, and we talk a lot about behind the scenes of the show, and we talk about lifestyle. Just I'll literally go on the podcast and talk about doing this podcast. It's just we just talk about what we do every day, and I think what it was is I would talk with people about what I do every day. They're like, you have the craziest life. You're so busy. You do all these fun things. And it was my normal life. Like, it's just all I know. And then when I really pulled back, because I like to be humble, I'm like, oh no, I'm like normal. I'm like, you know what? It is kind of interesting.
You know me so fancy.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, fine. People want to know how fancy I am. So I was like, let's go. Let's just do it. And it's been so fun. And no one yells at me. And no one
You're just
treats me like
just being the real Crystal, like it's Crystal unleashed.
Yeah. And I get to be sarcastic without it being edited to making me look like a. I'm just like, and if I'm a, you know what I mean? Like I am who I am. Nothing is created to create a different version of me.
Yeah,
and that's what I love. And if people hate me, I'm like, great, because you hate me because you hate me.
Yeah,
you don't hate this character. And you don't love this character. If you love me, you love me. If you hate me, hate me. It's all good.
Yeah,
like
same here. Like people who love me, they love me, or like people hate me. That's why my fans would just come out, because if they love me, they're all the way, because they love all of me. People who hate me, they can just write nasty things at home. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. So, but it's been awesome. So
I'm so excited. I want to be on it.
You're gonna be on it.
Humble Bumble with a Humble Bumble little merch, little Bumblebee. Like you should have little Bumblebee merch. It's like a little Humble Bumble.
So cute.
That's so cute. When you tour, you can sell the Humble Bumble stuff.
No, it's so
cute. Think about your tour, live tour. Oh,
I know. We're already talking about it. We only have 7 episodes, and it's like a thing. I'm like, I can't even. I just wanted one person to listen. I just didn't think it would be.
When it's real, people relate to it. You know.
It's a lot of fun. I'm grateful. It's been a lot of fun.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what's your social?
Crystal Kung Minkoff. I also think about it. I'm on TikTok, kind of, mostly Instagram. And then you can find us at Humble Brag Pod on Instagram and our show. Anywhere podcasts are. Anywhere they listen to you.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
I'm on tour. I'm going to just do my tour. January 9 to 12, I'm doing Covina Love Factory. January 15th, Pasadena, the Ice House. January 16, 18th, Plano, Texas, Dallas. February 7, 8, I'm doing Stamford, Connecticut. February 13, 15, I'm doing San Diego. March 21st, 22nd, Arlington, Virginia. Washington, D.C. April 2nd, Brisbane, Australia. April 4th, Melbourne, Australia. April 6th, Comedy Store. And May 9th, I'm doing Naples. I missed something. I intentionally missed something. And February 19th, I'm at Vancouver. Yeah,
that's a big tour.
Yeah, it's just
and you get to go to Australia.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'm so excited.
How do you know who's going to watch? Like, how do you know what cities to go to?
It's just like we have like based on the club would reach out to me, and
because they're asking for, like, they know you.
I've been requested. Yeah.
That's so amazing.
So excited. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I had so much fun.
So much fun.